Underpants, the first epic movie. So Captain Underpants is their recent film from DreamWorks Animation, and it's based off the popular children's books by Dav Pilkey. Stars Kevin Hart, Ed Helms, Thomas Middleditch, and Nick Kroll. Plot of this film is about these two elementary school pranksters, George and Harold, voiced by Kevin Hart and Thomas Middleditch, and one day when their very mean principal, Mr. Krupp, is about to separate their friendship by putting them in different classes, George finds this hypnotizing ring and hypnotizes Mr. Krupp into their fictional made-up superhero, Captain Underpants. Meanwhile, there's an evil science teacher that just got hired by the elementary school, Professor Poopy Pants. Yes, that's his name, just go with it. He's voiced by Nick Kroll, and he's about to unleash an evil scheme. I haven't read the Captain Underpants book since I was in elementary school, so it's been a while. So when I heard DreamWorks Animation was making a Captain Underpants movie, I was curious. Got a decent voice cast, and the trailers actually did look pretty good. It looked pretty funny. I like the animation style. Hopefully this will be entertaining and silly. It's what to expect from Captain Underpants. I mean, with that title, Captain Underpants, you should know what to expect. Of course it's gonna be silly. And this movie embraces its silliness. I really enjoyed Captain Underpants. I had a huge smile on my face throughout. I really liked it. My favorite part of this movie was the animation, which is fantastic. Props to DreamWorks for while still being 3D, making it feel like 2D. I love this animation style. I really enjoyed it in the Peanuts movie, which I think was the first movie that used this animation style, and it was done really well. And earlier this year, Smurfs The Lost Village, it wasn't really a good movie, not even a bad movie, but one of the biggest strengths of that movie was definitely its animation, how it made it look like the Smurfs cartoon. I can confirm that this animation style, the 3D animation, while making it feel like 2D, it definitely works in this movie, and it is colorful and beautiful to look at. The voice cast also do a really good job too. At first I was concerned that they got two grown men to voice elementary school students, Kevin Hart and Thomas Middleditch, and I actually got used to it. I was like, it's actually pretty good. And Kevin Hart, who I'm really not the biggest fan of, sometimes he's funny, sometimes he's not. And this is not the first time he did voice acting. He did voice acting in The Secret Life of Pets, and sometimes he was funny in that movie, and sometimes he was really annoying. But here, he works, and he wasn't much of Kevin Hart with all the high-pitched screaming and yelling all the time. It's much more subdued Kevin Hart, and that's kind of the Kevin Hart that I like about him. I like him when he's more subdued instead of just screaming and yelling all the time. It works here. Nick Kroll as Professor Poopy Pants, yes, that's his name, just go with it. And he was having a ton of fun, and I'm seeing Nick Kroll in a lot of animated films recently. He's been doing really good. Sausage Party, Sing, this. Keep doing voice work, Nick Kroll, you're really good at it. Ed Helms. Oh, he was perfect as Captain Underpants. Principal Krupp, I'll get to later, but as Captain Underpants, he was perfect. That's exactly what I imagined Captain Underpants sounded like. He was the perfect choice as Captain Underpants. And you know who else is in this movie? Jordan Peele as Melvin, and I did not recognize him until I saw his name in the credits, and he was really good. Played the teacher's pet who has literally no sense of humor, just no sense of humor at all. And I thought he was funny in this movie. There were many moments in this movie where I was laughing out loud. This movie is so funny. This is a fast-paced movie that's so entertaining. And there was one scene involving whoopee cushions that I shouldn't have laughed at, but I did out loud. And it ended brilliantly with all these like critic reviews, even one satirizing Rotten Tomatoes, and one quote from the author of the Captain Underpants book, Dav Pilkey. Oh my god, that was so funny. I love that scene. And also, this movie was surprisingly heartfelt. It had a lot of themes about friendship and what will happen to George and Harold. Will they still be best friends when they're separated? Will they still see each other while they're in different classes? And I thought it worked well. Kudos to DreamWorks for that. And I also like some of the other animation styles this movie used, like not just CGI animation, like hand-drawn animation, and there's even a flip-o-rama scene, and also sock puppets, and I thought it worked. This movie's not perfect, nor is it a great movie. I do have some issues with the film. I'll get to those right now. First, while I really enjoyed Ed Helms as Captain Underpants, I don't think he was the right voice for Mr. Krupp, and Mr. Krupp as a character, he's always grumpy, very angry and mean, and I just didn't buy Ed Helms as the voice of that character. I think it would have worked if they had a different voice actor for Mr. Krupp and maybe had Ed Helms voice Captain Underpants. And also there were some jokes that did fall flat. A little. One more thing, while it was funny the first time of Professor Poopy Pants' name and everyone laughing, it was funny at first, but then they kept saying it over and over again, and we get it, his last name is funny. Besides all those problems, I really enjoyed Captain Underpants. It was a pleasant surprise, great animation, solid voice cast, very funny moments, and so it was a good adaptation from the books. And if they do decide to make a sequel, I'm looking forward to it. They should definitely make a sequel. So I'm going to give Captain Underpants 3.5 stars out of 5. It's not a great movie. I don't consider it one of DreamWorks Animation's best, but I really enjoyed it for what it was, and it comes out on Blu-ray next Tuesday, September 12th. Definitely get it. It's a ton of fun, and it's a good film for kids and adults. Despite this movie having potty humor, I think adults will enjoy it too. There are some jokes for the adults here and there that I think they'll enjoy. So what do you guys think of Captain Underpants? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.